Ah oui, je vois. Pardon.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to just say a couple of words about 602, the report of the Commission de l'Agglomeration sur les grands équipements, etc. And it's all positive. First, I'd like to say that that this report reflects extremely well on the agglomeration. And its adoption, I think, would reflect even better on the agglomeration and on the City of Montreal as well. It is a report that I wholeheartedly endorse and I think has very broad support in the environmental community generally, as you've already heard. I also think that this report comes at a very good time, and I think it comes at a time where it seems clear to me that the City of Montreal and the agglomeration is really moving in a very, very good direction, and that the adoption of this report would confirm this movement, un virage vert, if that would be the right term, that would confirm an extremely popular and an extremely good a movement towards the preservation of green spaces on the island of Montreal, and perhaps even more importantly, an understanding that these green spaces are extremely important and should be made available to everybody. So clearly the idea of the tram vert is an important one, the protection of the Falaise Saint-Jacques, as Mayor Tremblay has defended himself in the hearings yesterday. That this is an extremely important thing, and that we should be moving on these matters as quickly as we can. We can't, I think, afford to waste time, and in particular in the case of Meadowbrook, that the agglomeration move as fast as it conceivably can, at least in declaring Meadowbrook an eco-territory, so that we can at least have a little bit of time to sit back and think about how the territory will be properly protected and connected. The other point I'd raise about that is that I think that there is a new maturity among all the players in this story. In fact, if I might say so, even among the citizens' movement and movements, there is a recognition now that there are legitimate interests, and that those legitimate interests have to be addressed in a global solution. So whether the public interest in having a green space protected, or the interests of the city of Lachine in being able to provide for its Ville Saint-Pierre sector, or whether they are the very legitimate interests of the developer, all of these things are very, very important, and they have to be addressed in any solution. And the land exchange idea is one of those solutions that may be possible. But whatever the solution is, I think what's most important here is that there is a new understanding, perhaps, that first we make the decision to preserve these green spaces, and then we sit down and figure out the means to do so. And we have to sit down and do that in a way which is fair to everybody. And I would heartily endorse and encourage everybody who has an interest in preserving these green spaces for ourselves and for our children and our children's children, that we take that very constructive approach, and perhaps to say even a generous approach, to finding the solutions available for everybody. Thank you very much.